I didn't think it was working, but I think it is. Right, where do I go now? Can you hear the cogs whirring? I didn't think it was working, but I think it is. Whoop, whoop. Okay, let's move that over there. Right, we'll turn the sound off on that. Go back to where I was. Where's the thing gone? Chat gone. You popped it out. To where? Help! Right, there it is. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Jane. Yay! Right, now I've just got to figure out how to move this to where I need to see it. And then we're motoring. Unless I'll just leave it there and ignore the actual live. I don't need to see my face, do I? Way! I can't believe I did all that without tech help. Apart from not having this in the right place, I think I've done pretty well. Because he's normally here going, do this, do that, press this, hold that. Right. It isn't as good as it was when he did it, but I can see you all, so that's all that matters. Yay! Do I get a chocolate womble? I've put this on here for total, what's the word when people say they're telling the truth? Transparency. They've lowered the sub count and the amount of videos, but the watch hours is still the same to monetize a channel, and I've got everything else bar the watch time on my other channel, so I've put this on here to try and boost my watch time. And if I could get both channels monetized, then who knows, the sky's the limit. Thank you, Bonnie. I'm talking about my side. I can't, the way he did it before was completely different, but anyway. Hi, Diamond and Nico. Have you got a new picture? Just to confuse me. We're all doing okay today, thank you very much. Travis is sneezing and coughing and whatever, but he's nowhere near as bad as he was, so... Oh, the little love hearts, thank you, whoever's doing that. And, did you see, I finally organised the Bimbo Bingo t-shirt. Whoop, whoop. See how that goes. Look at my hair, for God's sake. I'm like a cockatoo. If I let it grow any bit at all, it's like that. All over the place. Hi, when is Halloween? Isn't it sometime now? It's not long now, is it? Not long at all. We don't do Halloween in the UK, but, well, we do, but we don't, if you know what I mean. They're trying to push it more now, because they've seen what a money spinner it is, because how much you spend in the States, but... I saw a thing today, funnily enough, got an email from a shop, and they've got really nice glass pumpkin sweet holders or whatever, and I wanted to get a couple to have just to put tea bags in or whatever, and they look really sweet. I might... Tuesday, is that when it is? Wow, that's come around quick. I saw a thing, what did it say, 111 days to Christmas or something. I'm here for that. Roll on, Christmas. I don't think many people see my community tab thing. I think you only... Did you get notifications of it? Or did a ding come up in the corner? Or did you just see it while you were scrolling looking for something else? Because I think you have to have the bell on, don't you, to get it? I've no idea. And you live in the woods. Oh, that'd be cool. Getting all the little witches and ghosties in the woods. Yeah, we used to get loads here as well. When we moved here first, Travis was 3 and the kids over the back were a bit older, and then there was a few either side and whatever, and we used to get all of them coming round. I used to take photographs of them all. You saw a notification while you were searching. Right, have you got the bell on, Tammy? Because I'm wondering if it comes up as a thing in the corner if you've got the bell on. But yeah, I used to take photos of them all, and they all used to look so cute. My 2 never went trick-or-treating because they're autistic, and it's like, yeah, go knock on a stranger's door and ask them for sweets. No. Oh, cool, Bonnie. Thank you. I'm hoping that they're good. Can't you take Bowie and Bonnie with you, Jane? I used to love it when we got the little ones, especially because the school wasn't too far away, so everybody lived around the school, and we're on a main road. So when we had a pumpkin in the window, they all used to come, but now we don't bother. My daughter's like, no, I don't want people knocking on the door. The bell's on, so that's probably why you saw it. They do though, don't they, Bonnie? I love it when the little ones dress up. It's ever so cute. Brittany's book came out today. Did anybody get it? I pre-ordered it on Kindle, and I started reading it earlier, but it's... Oh, Bonnie's a rabbit. Sorry, Jay. Can't you put her on a lead? I used to take my cat out on a lead when I got her first, so she knew where she lived. Dead funny. Oh, we get our teenagers with pillowcases. Yeah, fill them up. We had... like I said, the kids over the back, and then they grew up, and then the youngest one of them came round with a load of little ones, and I went to him, aren't you a bit past this now? He was dressed up as a vampire, and he's like, 3 sweets? Never. So cute. Yeah, I'm wondering what she's going to say in that, but I started reading it, and everything goes, mama, 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 mama. You're not old, Jane. I'll let you have the dramatic, but you're not old. So we just had to get a new tumble dryer. Yay! Don't you just hate replacing stuff like that? Before that, it was about 8 months, 9 months ago, the cooker went, and the fridge freezer. So we had to get a fridge freezer and a cooker at the same time. And then the benefits agency are telling you can't have fucking savings. So what are you supposed to use to buy them with then? You're welcome, Jane. You're not old. What, the actual hardback Diamond and Nico? I've started reading it. She's on about when she was little and she used to go outside and walk about and lie at her neighbour's pool or something on the rocks and sing because she didn't like being indoors because her dad was an alcoholic and they were always fighting. Pardon me, that's all I've found out for now. Hello, Nancy. People outside. If people are going past, I think I've lost the plot. Mind you, I think they think I have anyway. Yeah, that's the truth, Jane. Well, at least there's a gap now between the cooker and the fridge freezer and the tumble dryer. Insane. But, that being said, Jed is very happy with it. It says it's quicker, quieter, easier to empty, collects all the lint, and the clothes are bone dry. So, can't ask for much more than that then. So what are we going to talk about? Someone pick a subject. I love the smell of a new book too, but I can't hold a book anymore because my arms spasm and I can't take the weight. It's like when I used to say about Lardy with that big fucking hairdryer over her head. I don't know how she does it if she has vibro, because we all know she doesn't. But yeah, there's nothing better than the smell of a new book. I loved stationery stuff as well. You know, when you get like a notebook and new pens and things. I used to love the start of a school year when you got all your new bits. We didn't have to go out and buy them like you do in America. See, we were spoilt. We got everything provided by school. textbooks, notebooks, pens, pencils, rubbers, the whole thing. Sorry, erasers. You can't say rubbers now, can you? Come on then, somebody, pick a thing. It's good, isn't it, Tammy? I love the smell of a new book. I wish you could buy... Actually, there's a girl I watch, and she's got a perfume, and it's called Note Paper or something. And she said that's what it smells like. I must try and figure out what it is again and see if you could get a sample of it somewhere. But I bet loads of people would love that. How did I figure her out? It was the amount of time I watched her. I watched her right from the very beginning, and I saw how she treated her children. And because when I found out, because it took me a long time to figure out my mum was a narc, and once I could see everything my mother had done to me, Lisa was doing to her family. And for some reason, she's got all her minions bamboozled that she's this sweet southern woman, which she isn't. And it's like, how can you watch her and listen to her and not see what we see? I don't get it. Did you see Pampered Wolf talk about YSL? Who's Pampered Wolf? The name sounds familiar, but... See, I'm bad now. I don't watch that much YouTube because I'm always making YouTube videos. So I've got crime ones that I watch, and I'm behind with them as well. And then I've got a couple of beauty people that I watch. It's weird, isn't it, Bonnie? Very strange, them tanned legs. Yeah, it's because that's the colour she is under her clothes. But it's like, I suppose it was the white Crocs and the white leggings that made it stand out so much. But who was it? If she doesn't find me this time, she'll be really upset. Elizabeth. Elizabeth said she's wearing Naomi's legs. And I said, yeah, Naomi Campbell's model off duty. So Lisa's borrowed them. But yeah, if you watch her, everything's about Lisa. It's all me. And it's like when the kids were little, like one big thing that stood out to me was Brooke was in the frog room, the free room over the garage. That's where she'd been. Then all of a sudden, Lisa decided she wanted that room to record in. So she turfed Brooke out of it. Like she said, she got a manic hair up her ass or something, called 100, got junk, threw everything into a skip, was going to throw John's favourite chair out, and that's the one time he actually stood his ground and said no. And she went out and found the exact colour paint that Carrie Bradshaw had in her apartment in Sex and the City, painted one wall that colour, started recording up there, and then within 5 minutes she was back downstairs at the dining room table. But when she was up there, she said it was too hot, so she had to get an air condition unit. But Brooke just had a hose out the window when she was up there. It didn't matter. Do you remember? Yep. Then how many times did little Will come up to her when she's Mummy, I'm hungry. Well, you'll have to wait. It's like when, was it John found her perfumes or her palettes or whatever the fuck he found. And he said, oh, can you come in the garage? Because he was going to surprise her. And she was like, oh, I'm in the zone for my video. You'll have to make an appointment with me. Really? What? Fuck you. She lived in the UK, she said. YSL wouldn't pay more than $1 to make the products. That rings a bell. And then morons like Lisa go out and pay through the nose for it. She's just bought a new pair of Jimmy Choo shoes. Have you seen them? And somebody looked it up and they're over $1,000 for a pair of shoes. Me, myself and I, Nancy, that's it. Lisa jumped the shark right about the time John had his surgery and she gave no F's about time. Exactly! Poor Will, he's like a forgotten child. I worry about Will. I want to go and get him out of there. That lad should be in fucking college. He's got brains to burn and she's not letting him live to his full potential. keeping him in there, hiding him away. Oh, she's run out of room already, Bonnie. Hi, quiet time. She run out of room. When she was in her old house, her stuff was in everybody's closets. She had so much stuff in Will's closet, she didn't know what he had. And then she said, oh, back to school just crept up on me and I didn't get Will anything. Who does that? When you're shopping every day, when you're out and about every day, how many back to school signs are there in the windows of shops? And she forgot to buy Will anything. Yeah, going back to John's surgery, she went out shopping, didn't she? After she went, oh, I needed to go out. And she bought him something cold and half cooked from somewhere and brought it back and threw it at him to eat. Yeah, he's not. He's at home, Bonnie. There's no... If he was in college, she'd have said. Will's 19 or something, I think. Oh, and her daughter Brooke, she's 23, just in case nobody knew. Yeah, I think he's 19. She went into school, made a big hurrah, and argued the toss with the teachers and said he needed to be held back a year because he wasn't mature enough. So he's got her going around with her tits hanging out, picking him up and dropping him off from school, and then telling him that he isn't mature enough when he was 5 or however old he was. Yeah, but see, that's the thing, Ashley. I haven't said hello. Sorry. Hello, Ashley. What is it with her minions? They don't remember that. I think the vagina leggings take some beating, though. She got so aggravated and annoyed. Why didn't we like her leggings? It's like, did you look at the picture, Lisa? Can you not see what we're laughing at? She thought we were laughing at her having patterned leggings, and it's like, no. I was watching the house tour of the house on the telly, and my kids were passing and said, that's her kid under the blanket. Yeah. Oh, hide your face, Will. All she had to do was ping it off, pause it, whatever. Will, I'm coming down now if you want to go in your room for a minute. And I'll tell you when I'm finished. Oh, hide your head, Will. Nobody wants to see you. I hope he keeps doing online college too, but I really think it would do him the world of good to actually go to college. I was hoping that once he'd finished school, he'd go somewhere far away and reside in halls or whatever you have in America and stay there. And then he'd get a year or whatever away from her and realise what the fuck's going on. I can't stand her either, Jane. She hasn't got one redeeming factor. Not one. Lardy's vile, but Lisa's close behind. Do you know what I mean? Lisa would be Lardy if she wasn't putting on this sweet southern act. And then Lardy's like, oh, Lisa's really nice. Yeah, of course she is. Mm-hmm. I feel sorry for Will. I feel sorry for Brooke. Brooke hasn't figured it out yet either. Because if she had, she'd have stayed away. She wouldn't have come back to steam her clothes. She has none, does she, Ashley? No self-awareness. I've spent $2,500, so you don't have to. We were never going to do it, so who's the stupid one? I know, it takes me all my time, Bonnie, to not fall asleep halfway through. And somebody asked today, why haven't I put the bingo card up for so long? And the thing was, I took it down because I was going to do some with and some without because people didn't like it. Then I forgot to put it back. Then nobody asked about it. But when I did have it, I was there and all I could hear was mama, 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 mama. And then someone would say, you missed this and you missed that. I wish there was a way you lot could ping it instead of me. It is when she's buying all the same things as well. Oh, just put this with an oversized blazer or a moto jacket. She's not. Is she, Ashley? 23. Wow. Hi, Casey. Oh, John'll never divorce her. If he was going to, he'd have done it long ago. I thought it'd get to Will hitting 18 and John had hit the road, but he didn't. Exactly, Diamond. Who does that? Complete strangers. It's like, did you see the time when she was stalking some woman in the street, trying to get a good picture of her, and she couldn't, and then she went into the shop after her to gawp at her to see what she was wearing, and then she says she went out of the shop and she asked the assistant, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I saw she had this." Is that normal now that you stalk people in airports or on fucking tube trains and take photos of them so you can go to your local shop and buy what they were wearing? If she was any sort of fashion guru or style expert, she wouldn't need to be taking fucking pictures of anybody else, would she? She'd be able to do it herself. That's why she got up at 5:30 in the morning, so she could scroll Instagram, find something to wear, and go and see if she had it in her closet and put it together. And if not, she'd go out and buy it that day so she could wear it the next day. Woman's insane. And this isn't a joke. She needs medical help. She really needs her head read. And her mum, her dad, John, her brother, nobody's doing anything. And then what doesn't help is all those lot, all her fucking minions. "Oh, Lisa, you look lovely. Oh, Lisa, I love what you wear. Oh, Lisa, what you... Oh, Lisa, can I get that? Oh, where did you buy this? Oh, I want to wear what you're wearing." And it's like, ugh. I think YouTube attracts narcs, and then once they get on here and they get a few people kissing their hole, that's it. They're done for. If nobody's seen this yet, Pepsi Max Mango. You need it in your life, just saying. Not linked, not affiliated, not sponsored. Yeah, that was just weird with that young girl. It's like, who does that? Who? And nobody's doing... Why can't somebody do something? It's like that video I put up today, right? I do the right thing all the time. I follow the rules all the time. I don't lie. I don't steal. I don't cheat. I don't do any of that. And what happens? I get fucked over. These people do whatever the fuck they like, and they never have to answer to anyone. Animal Services went to Lardy's house. Yay, Shan! Whoop whoop. Animal Services went to her house. It's funny, isn't it? You walk in just as I'm talking about Animal Services. And they did nothing. He tootled about, took a few pictures and left. And it's like, what was the point of you going? I do as well, Tammy. She's got to be fucking draining somebody, hasn't she? Yes, that's definitely Lisa. That's what it should be called, toxic shopping. It's like I went on Temu for a mooch and I bought Madam a few diamond paintings. And it's like, I was wondering, how much would I have to buy to hit 2,500? Would that bring in the views? She's got an addiction, a shopping addiction, and yeah, I know how you feel. She's got a shopping addiction, and all YouTube has done is amp it up. And it's quite sad, really. No, I don't want to report or block anyone. I was just trying to move this. Phew. Am I really loud, by the way? Because I'm quite loud in my head. I don't want to be deafening anybody. I wonder if Pom Pom's still about. I worry about Pom Pom. We all know Doofus will still be there. The golden child. But I would have run away with Pommy. I've never seen a dog like her. She adores Lardy, and what does she do? Treat her like shit. No, I'm not loud. Okay, thank you. Cool. What's Bichon crap? I'm feeling much better, thanks, Shan. I got stupid migraine, and it was like someone was shining a torch in this eye. All I could see was this white circle with like fluttery things, and I was like that trying to type with one eye, and I couldn't do it, so I gave up in the end. Before that, I had some sort of flare up. I don't know, it's dizzy thing. I don't know what's going on. I think a lot of it, when you look down the list of fibro, that's all on there. And what it is, I love the cold weather. Absolutely adore it when it's cold. But fibro doesn't. So the weather changes. It hits the cold weather and I think, yay. And then I feel sick as a dog usually for a few weeks. Hopefully it'll bugger off and leave me alone now. Yeah, I'm doing it for us. Oh, what? Like, yeah, I know what a Bichon Frise is, but I was thinking she can't just keep buying dogs, can she? So what is it, like little... Thank you, Cat W Magic. What's the word I'm thinking of? Ornaments. And things with Bichon Frise dogs on. Fibro, nerves, joints, hate the cold. Yeah. Because I think, yay, it's getting cold. I'm looking forward to it. And then I'm like, why do I feel so bad? I'm hoping this is it now. Still feel a bit woozy, but I'm not as bad as I was. And I was terrified every time I got up to go to the toilet. Between there's a little wall. The toilet comes into the bathroom. Whoops, comes into my bedroom. So there's a bit that goes like this awkward bit of wall for some reason. So I hung a jewellery armoire thing on it, and it's like a full length mirror. And every time I got up to go to the loo, I thought, this is it. I'm going to skittle off in that direction, bang into that, and crack the mirror like I need any more bad luck. So that's what she does. Everything with a Bichon Frise on, yeah. My mother-in-law had Shire horses and horseshoes and everything. Do you think he was afraid of her, Jane? Probably, but she was going off a bit, wasn't she? Swearing and shouting and filming him. But still, he should have gone back, made a report and come back with somebody to remove the animals. Because, and what got me, right? He was there to check on them, and and he's an animal expert, and she, don't step on the puppy, mind the puppy. Didn't give a shit about anyone else, but fucking doofus. Who's doing the exposing her? Interesting channel. Can you say that again? Thank you, Jane. Who, me or her? Grand 25565. See, that's the thing. If you put her or thing, and I don't know who you're talking about, I assume you're talking about me. By exposing, I'm not exposing myself. Frigana. Hi, Nikki. Which one? Her dancing around to the N-word and pussy, or the one with the black legs? Me and Elizabeth have come to the conclusion that she was borrowing Naomi Campbell's legs because Naomi was off duty. And what makes me laugh, right? She goes out, she fries herself, Lisa. Then she has IPL laser things. No, not at the moment. Is that Bigona? See, all the little people are coming out of the woodwork. If you've got something to say, say it. Don't dance around the subject. I'm not easily upset. Yeah, it's weird. I think, Nikki, because... No, I'm fine, Jane. It is a tan, Nikki, but I think what it was, because the leggings were so white and the Crocs were so white, they made and because her legs are at the bottom, I don't know, it made it look darker than it was. She will be, Bonnie. But she goes and she gets them laser things to zap whatever sun damage she's got, and then she goes back out in the sun. It makes no sense. And people have said to her, don't do that. And she was like, I ain't going to change. Fine, if you want to fry yourself. Oops. Got a mouse with a mind of its own. Why? Able20 or Able20. My exposed channel is reaction and commentary channel. They're all over YouTube. What am I doing that's different? Thank you, Nikki. Tell me something really bad that I've said about either of them that other people haven't said in everyday conversation. Right, what? Highly offensive how? Oh, we've got 16 and 20. Where's the other? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the rest of them? Highly offensive how? I'm waiting. All I do is comment on the nonsense in the video and react to her stupidity. What have I said that's really, really offensive? Yeah, they've started using Tanorexic here as well, Ashley. Maybe she is, but or she's gone overboard with the fake tan, maybe. Why are you talking to them and not me, Thanos, whatever? The thing which I can't understand about Jules is that she's so self-opinionated. Why can't you just say the things I don't understand about you, Jules, is that you're so opinionated? I'm not opinionated. I'm just saying what I see. And everyone's allowed an opinion. I'm not asking anyone to go along with what I'm saying. They watch me react and laugh at me. That's all there is. It's not Coke, it's Pepsi Max Mango, actually. And it's not a council flat either, it's a semi-detached house. So, get your facts right. And not only is it a semi-detached house, it's a fully paid for semi-detached house. So tell me what I've said that's so opinionated or so offensive. Thank you, Nikki. She does, Bonnie, but her mother told her to put all the nasty thoughts out of her head. So she stopped watching the news. She stopped listening to anything in the car. Now we're pissy for what she's drinking. Exactly. Thank you, Nancy. So she doesn't ingest any of that. Because she says, what's that saying? She watches her peace or whatever it is. So she probably doesn't know. And even if someone told her, she wouldn't care. Oh, that's a shame, Ashley. I doubt there's any in it. It's probably just mango flavouring, isn't it? Hang on, let's have a look while we're here. Thank you, Jane. Carbonated diddle-do. Sweeteners. Right, water, colour, flavourings. Oh, natural mango flavouring with other natural flavourings. Oh, that's you out then. Thank you, Jane. Ha. No, the British taxpayer doesn't have to pay for me. Why don't I contribute to society? How do you know I'm not? I contributed to society for 30 years and then I became disabled. What do you want to know? Do you want me to list all the jobs I had? Exactly. That's what I keep saying, Ashley. If she did that, because she said, oh, I throw it away. I don't know if I'll buy another one, whatever. So you obviously don't care about the money. So put bags together. I know, I get you, Jane. Don't worry. And take them to the thrift shop. Dish them out to the homeless. Using my disability as an excuse. An excuse for what? Aren't they though, Shan? Of course I did. Of course I did what? Worked for 30 years. Yeah, I did. And I did more jobs than you probably done in your lifetime. Hi, honey. Why didn't you bring your mother with you for a night out? Why would I use my disability as an excuse? For what? Don't do half a question. We lived in North Wales. I walked out of my door and 2 minutes down the road was the sea. But we couldn't get work because where we had been working closed down for 6 months, and when they were reopening they were only having a quarter of the staff. You've worked as a data entry clerk. Well done for you. So we couldn't get a job because we didn't speak Welsh. So did we stay there and sit on our arse and just collect benefits? No. We moved here to get work. So I'm not complaining. What am I complaining about or moaning about? I started work when I was 11 years of age. And I didn't stop until I was 31 and I had my son. And then I was a stay-at-home mum. And then I had my daughter. And then I got diagnosed with fibro. And then it got 100 times worse. And here I am. So I don't give a fuck what you think you know. Or what you think, to be honest. No, I'm a model off duty, James. I'm not talking about any style today. And I've lent out my oversized blazer, so I've got nothing to wear. Part of me thinks that too, Ashley. Diddly-do. You went down the pits, but they wouldn't let you down the pits because they were worried you were going to cry and sue them. People don't like it when they're worried you're going to sue them because you're the loser. You do know all the pits were closed down, don't you? Thanks to fucking Maggie. Why can't you ask a different question? I do, don't I, Ashley? Need a big brush. Actually, I could do with some bronzer on my legs. They're whiter than white. You know Casper the Friendly Ghost? I'm whiter than him. I know, James. It's quite sad. It's like they're dancing around and not actually saying what they want to say. Say it. I'm not asked. Go on, James. Read them. What's the saying? Reading is mandatory. The library's open. Off you go. Funny how nobody ever says this to Lardy. Miss, I've only ever had a job for 3 minutes. Oh, who knows, Bonnie? It's like they think I am, so they're having their go back. If I go out in the sun, I've got crab legs. I end up with oh, here we go. Sunstroke. Thank you. How many? I can't see. I'm going to go and look. Hang on. Woo! A whole 22 people. I don't think I've ever had that many alive. Where's the pause button for this? I'll start. Oh no, I'll leave it going. Oh, I've got 13 thumbs up. Thank you. Why did that go back there? Honestly. Oh, that's what he did. Hang on. I think I've sorted it now. Because I moved things around. Where's that? I'll put that down. Talk amongst yourselves while I try and figure this out. No, I shouldn't have touched it. How did he get... Oh, I give up. Ignore me. Thank you, Nikki. Yeah, I should have done that, shouldn't I, James? Just put the camera on and not been here. And shuffle. Bang and clank things. No, that's Mummy's. Do we think she's coming back? Right, hang on. No. Oh! If you could see what I'm doing here. It's that... Why does he make it look so easy? I know, I hate her dragging her feet. It's so annoying. It's like when she used to scream at that postman. Yeah, I think, right, what she's doing, she sent a few people over to say, leave her alone, she's mental. And it's like, well, if she's got a problem, why does she want to come back on YouTube anyway? And if she's mental, why would she want to listen to me or watch anything I was doing? If someone had a channel devoted to me, I'd watch it once to see what they were doing, and then that's it. I won't bother again. I don't know. Can I do the eye thing? Hang on. How does she not know she's doing that? Don't bring out the screeching baby voice or slurp your room temperature food. That's the thing. She's like a toddler. She can't eat hot food. I know. It's so funny when you hear her coming back. God no, James. I'd ask for a new route if I was her postman. See, the thing is, everyone's having a go at me for having a go at her. They seem to forget what she said to me and everyone else. What she did to James, what she did to Cherries, what she did to Cole, the autistic lad that happened upon her live one night. I could go on. I know, Tammy, it's sick, isn't it? And she's, oh no, it was her time. Oh, funny how Doofus turned up 4 days later then, isn't it? Most people take time to grieve over their lost pet. They don't have one lined up ready to go. Somebody said that they rang around and they got not a straight answer, but a sort of nod from the person at the pet place, and as far as they were aware, they think that they actually found Bella a new home but didn't tell Lardas. You've lost me, James. For them. Who's them? Of course she'll pin you as angry and jealous, because that's what she is. Anything she says, it's like Lisa. Anything they say, turn it around. It's them that's doing it. No, do you not know James, Jane? Jane, this is James, who Lardy's always going on about. Thank you, Nikki. I need to catch up on Lisa. She's done a few. Of course you'd be happy for them. But she's not happy unless there's an argument going on. So, why she'd need to be jealous of them anyway, that's beyond me. Yes, he is, Jane. That's the James. That's the thing, isn't it? And you're like, and you can't prove it. And you can jump up and down and say, no, I wasn't. But she's told the world and their mother something, and they all believe her. It's like all the stuff she said about me. I phoned her work. I did this. I did that. Yeah, like I'm going to fucking phone America. Get lost. I don't even phone. I don't use a phone. Ask Jane. I never use the phone. The only reason I've got a phone is because Travis goes out, and it's like if he needed me and Jed was asleep and he couldn't get Jed on the phone, he can get me. That's it. Other than that, no. Oh, and mainly for putting codes in when you buy something online. I bet none of them do. And she did a thing. Oh, I took a picture of it. I could show you, couldn't I? She went to school, and then she put up a picture the other day, and someone said, oh, I like your nails. And did you do them? And she said, no, I've got a friend who does them. So why did she go? What did she do? Did she just make the little salon at the sticking and gluing table and not bother doing anything else then? Makes no sense. Yeah, I can see that would, James. Yeah, did you ever meet her in the flesh? I think it was threatened a few times, wasn't it? I said that the other day. I don't know, Jane, you might know them. Like, she can't imagine being happy or having friends. Full stop, James. Have you seen the Gardner brothers that do Irish dancing to popular music? Oh, good. I am glad. Rather than have an account and subscribe to people, Madam doesn't do that. So I send her an email with them on every time they pop up. And the last one, she said, oh, they had a big crowd. And I said, yeah, I'd love to see them in the wild. And she's like, in the wild? And I was like, yeah, that's what people say for seeing people in real life. But I wonder what Lardy in the wild's like. Thank you, Nikki. I got that message the other day. Someone, I'd rather listen to Lisa's beautiful southern voice saying 2 pair than some shrill British woman screaming, pairs! It's like, well, you're in the wrong place then. I don't think she ever had fucking friends. They're good, aren't they, Shan? I could watch them all day. They're amazing. Oh no, here's a hug from me. 12's my limit. Fucking health's a bummer, isn't it? It's like, you know what I'd love? Just a whole week where I didn't have an off day. That'd be nice, just for once. I've been loving Big Brother, Bonnie. It's been so good. It's like, for anyone in the UK, it's like the original Big Brother, like the 2nd or 3rd series, where he's being really sarcastic. And he's driving them mad, and it's making me laugh. And the people in there are really cool. And rather than have massive arguments with each other, they'll go off into a corner and discuss something. They'll still talk behind each other's backs, but, you know, they won't have a big atmosphere in the house or whatever. It's fun. Did you? I don't understand yours, Bonnie. I watched it once, and they had a special room with somebody in it, and they were doing things, and I didn't understand what they were doing, and then they all seemed to be living on peanut butter and jam sandwiches, and it's like, don't they get a thing for food? I had no clue what was going on. But I would have liked to see. Did you watch the series that Derek Levasseur won? I'd love to have seen that. I love Derek. That'd be cool. I actually, James, somebody bought me one of these because I said it'd be really funny to count like a doorman. Can you see one of them? Is it upside down? Where's the button? Hang on. Right, cack-handed. Right, there. One of them. And I did actually do it on a Lisa one for something, and I can't remember what it was. But I'd get cramp doing that with the me's and I's. Right, I'll do that on a video. Thank you, Jane. I don't use a phone. So I got accused of phoning America, of all places, to dob her in at her job. Yeah, of course I did that. Exactly, Nancy. Oh, did you not, Bonnie? Oh, do you know who he is since then? He's got he does Crime Weekly with Stephanie Harlow, and he's got his own thing running now called Detective Perspective. They are amazing, aren't they, Jane? Jane, are you behind? I'm wondering if you're watching the video 5 minutes behind or something. You do know he is. Have you watched his crime channel? I do like Derek. He's achieved so much at such a young age, hasn't he? He's amazing. I mean, policeman, detective, private investigator, wins Big Brother. Huge YouTube channel. He's cool. It'd be trying to catch us all together at the same time, James. That's the thing. How do they do that? Get people on panel so that everyone can talk. We could do that either. I'd only just figured this out, never mind anything else. We should do that. That's what people are charging money for now. If you join my channel, we can have a Zoom meeting, or you can have one special video. Fuck off, I ain't paying for that. Yeah, could do. Oh, what's her name, Pat? Yeah, see, we didn't have Breaking Homicide here, Shan. I wanted to see that. Right, James, you're on. Yeah, I've got it. I actually typed it on a wish list here for if by any chance it ever comes here and it's on one of the channels that I've got, I'll be able to watch it. But oh, thank you, Nikki. You could do styling tips, James, in a Zoom call. See, that was another thing. She'd say something and give out personal information while she was talking, and it's like, oh, are you the one that's so-and-so, so-and-so? And it's like, shut up, do they want the whole world to know? Stupid woman. Thank you, 12. I feel weird calling people weird things like that. But that's another thing she did. Oh, you've got a stupid name. No, we're not all narcs, and we don't all need our name as our channel name. Oh, I'm going to give styling tips. I couldn't style my way out of a paper bag, James. Jeggings, Uggs, long top, Coatigan. Done. That's all I ever used to wear. When I got into the mum zone, it was things that were easy to pull on quickly and get out of the house in. Yeah, just fuck her, James. That's why, you know, when she posted that thing after you told her not to, that's why I paid to go on her Patreon to tell all her minions what she was doing. And they're all like, he can't sue you for that, can he? And it's like, really? They're all as mad as she is. In fucking insane. Yeah, I keep saying to Madam, let me set you up a YouTube channel and then I'll find all the people that you like watching and click subscribe to them. And then when they put a new video up, no, thank you. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Pat, that's so cute. What breed is she? Lisa, right. Oh, that's awful. We do, don't we, Nancy? I remember asking you that on Tabitha's channel. Because I kept seeing you and I kept thinking, 12 what? And then it was afterwards, I was like, oh, for God's sake, she's got cups of tea either side of it. No. Well, you're better than me, James. Ah, that's why. Okay, Jane. No, but she goes apeshit if anyone says anything to hers. Oh, I love a rescue. We can believe that you've got Bella in another body. And she's going to have a much better life with you. That's brilliant. Well done, Pat. I do, James. And that's all. I'd love to get a little dog like that, but there's no point when I'm stuck in a room, is there? I don't want an indoor dog. Who ever heard of a fucking indoor dog? That's insane. I remember when I worked at Pet World and we'd have people coming in to buy things and we used to grill them before they got anything. And like people that had come in and they'd take a mad fit and they'd want to buy a tarantula. I bet she's really happy, Pat. We had a girl called Janet and she would give them a book. And when they came back, she'd ask them questions about what they read and then she'd give them another book. And then if they came back a third time, she'd let them buy the animal and set it up and whatever. She is soulless. Bless you, Lisa. You take care of yourself and get better soon. I bet she does, Pat. Most dogs do. See, if I had a little one and I was in a bungalow, I could take her out and like on my scooter and take them for walks. But as I'm stuck up here, I'd never do that. You love the idea of tea time. It all depends on what part of the country you live in as to whether you're having tea or supper or dinner or lunch or brunch or what. There's so many names for things. Hi, Lou. Exactly, James. That's what she said. I'm a parrot expert. Right, well, parrots live for 70 years, so where's the parrot? Poor little green bean. I've still got a picture of Green Bean, poor little thing. And then she was saying, oh, I didn't think Scentsy was bad for birds, and it is, it killed one. So is that what you're saying now? You killed Green Bean with your Scentsy? And then, oh, my house smells amazing. One, it's not a house. And two, if you've got 800 fucking warmers going at the same time, I should hope it does. I have a warmer in here. And Jed can smell it downstairs. So what the hell are her animals breathing in all day with that going? And then she goes out and leaves them on. What's that saying? Expert at everything, master of none or something. She's one of them, all the gear and no idea. She's clueless. That's a good idea, James. See, the thing is, I can't commit to anything. It probably does, Tammy, with all the fucking pee-pee pads everywhere. Yeah, but she doesn't though, does she? She has all 6 going, or 7 of them. I don't know what's going on there. I hadn't made a video, so I thought, bugger it, I'll go live while I'm here and I'm sat up and still awake. But it's like, it seems the universe is against me. If I say I need to do something at 7 o'clock tomorrow, guaranteed I'll be fast asleep or in agony. Hi T, how are you doing? So I never say I'm going to be anywhere. And it's like when we used to go on holiday. Oh, I had to stay awake. I used to be awake for 24 or 48 hours because I was too scared to go to sleep in case I didn't wake up to go. I know, how can you have a dog that never goes out? You can see how shit I am at Instagram, James, so it's like months I don't go on there. And then when I do, I can't figure out how to send messages to people. Yeah, I can see that. Arrange them and have them looking pretty. But she has them all on. There was a video I did the other day. And she did 6 of them. So she had 5.5 cubes because she only put half in the wall warmer thing in the bathroom. But she had 5 in between the kitchen, the sitting room bit and her bed. Who does that? You give yourself a fucking headache, never mind anything else. Is she the only woman ever to get sacked from an MLM? Is that a first? She could have that on a t-shirt. Sensi sacked me. Oh, and for those that don't know, I finally organised the t-shirt, the Bimbo Bingo one. I'll be doing more if this goes okay. The link is, where's the link? On Exposed's community page. I know she did, Tammy. Yeah, they were fine while she worked for them and shit when she left. Do you think she was glad to get sacked, James? I don't think she was. I think she was fucking panicking like all get out when they sacked her. I don't think it is, Bonnie. It can't be. Strawberries and blueberries with piss and hair. Dust and fuck knows what else. Oh, there's something in my eye. I've never known anyone to get something in their eye every time. And then that was my fault as well. I got her fired. No, what you said about me got you fired, dear. Go on then, James. What's your shirt idea? She was, wasn't she, Tammy? She's fucking fuming. I'm definitely... I want to get that I graduated from the sticking and gluing table one. Madam actually drew me a picture in the end. I can't remember where I've put it now. I put it in something to keep it flat. What she did was she did like a graduation cap and something. And I tell you, she's got her head screwed on. I don't think she'll ever go back to Boston, Bonnie. She can't afford it for one. She gave me this drawing and she went, "You are going to credit me, aren't you?" And I said, yeah, of course I am. And I said, if I sell any and I make any money, I'll half it with you. Oh, that'll be okay. All right then. And off she went. It's like, yeah, no one's going to pull the wool over her eyes. That's the thing though, isn't it? Who else is there? There's Cricket. Whoever that woman was that she went on the bike for half an hour. Um, who else? Marjorie and Roberta. They'll always be there, won't they? Sitting in a frame, filthy as fuck, on the bottom shelf of a unit. But do you think they're friends with her because they feel sorry for her? And that's the thing. Who was it? Didn't one of them come when her mother had left? Was that Marjorie? So she is still actually friends with them. Yep, gal Charlotte, yeah. She's doing well. If you see this later or you're out there or whatever, Steph, congratulations. You're doing really well. Keep it up. Proud of you. Very proud of you. Who else? There was that Brooke girl that had a mouth bit off by the pit bull dog. Yeah, when she found out that she'd wished it on me, she didn't want to talk to her anymore. Yeah, Sherry. The girls at the Mexican never wanted to be part of her fucking crew, did they? I guarantee they were talking to Sherry afterwards going, why did you invite her? I love Sherry. She's cool. See, no, but she pushes everyone away and she's too obnoxious. She's all over the top from the instant she says hello to you. She's that girl. Yes, I remember that. Didn't she said something in the garden or something? Oh, Ashley. Ashley's clever because I was caught her live once and somebody said in the live something about Lardy and her boyfriend of the time pointed out and was just about to mention it and she like elbowed him and went shh. And it's like, oh, she knew the score. She was just keeping her at arm's length until she could change whoever her upline was, hopefully. Do you think she's got cataracts, Jane? It's her driving. I can't. And someone else said to me, did I answer them? I can't remember now. Somebody was saying about how bad the drivers are in America, that I'd hate it. And it's like, yeah, well, if they drive like her, I fucking would. I can't be doing with it. Right, I'm driving a car, yeah. Oh, I bought this at CVS yesterday and it smells really nice and it's it was £3.50 and oh, am I in a car? Fucking idiot. Where's all the Lardy fans gone? Or Lisa fans or whoever they were. Oops, what have I done now? You've lost me now, James. I should eat something, shouldn't I? Extrapolate driving. Don't be so myopic, James. What does she do? Find a word and then do it to death? It's like when she was crying about her mum leaving and she went, the atmosphere is palatable. No, palpable, you fuckwit. There were Lisa's fans. There were somebody's fans on T. I'm not sure if they were Lisa or Lardy's, but they didn't like me much. Oh, what you making, Shan? Make us all hungry. Thank you, Shan. Hello, Mr. Shan. Hope you enjoy your food. Is Bowie with you, Jane? Or is he out or asleep? Ashley, Ashley, Ashley. Do you remember, James? Was she? Any of you remember? I've still got the photo somewhere where she went into the toilets at the gym just so she could take a picture with a bottle of water to show Ashley, I'm at the gym. Yeah, you didn't actually do anything in the gym though, did you? Put me on the spot now. Myopic. Extrapolate, that was a big one. What's it? Someone else said that she said it used to drive them mad and she never said it right. I can't think now. I've got all Lisa-isms in my head. Oh, now I'm hungry. Tammy, it was sad, wasn't it? Lemon garlic pasta and sliced ribeye. Well, I hope you both enjoy. Oh, you not having any? Did you have yours already? That was it. She wanted the toilet. Miasma for melasma. Yeah, probably. Yeah, very. I can't even do that. Very. Yeah. Yeah, she used to have to get washed in the sink. Yeah, see? Timing. It was stupid. I don't know what... Well, I do sort of know why she gave Burke the bedroom, but... Just for him. Well, tell him I hope he enjoys. Yeah, Ashley goes to the gym and actually works out and looks like she works out. And then she did a live where she was talking to her and she was going on about the photographs and she was like, yeah, you're slightly heavier than me, but you hold it well. Fuck off! Have you seen Ashley? Mm-hmm. See, all she had to do was tiptoe past him. Does anyone know if Brooke's still 23? She's been 23 for a long time, hasn't she? See, does that not prove to anyone how fucking idle Lisa is and it's her way or the highway? She's got Brooke steaming her clothes. How difficult. John opening the boxes, doing the returns, doing the recycling, fucking Brooke steaming the stuff. She probably tried to drag Will into it and he's not having any. All she does is sit on a computer all day and shop. Exactly. She could have had that thing she had round the bed, round his bed. Drives me mad though. We've only got like a family bathroom up here. So there's the four of us. And when Madam's in there, I know what she's doing. She's reading umpteen chapters of the Bible or whatever, but it takes her forever. And it's guaranteed any time I put my hand on the door to go to the toilet, there's somebody in there. And it's like, ugh. So here, there's a wall, and I'm debating knocking a door through and then locking the other one so none of them can get in. Isn't it though, Bonnie? That's no life at all. Oh, bless him. I won't shout and wake him up then, Jane. Were you okay with the weather the other week? It was supposed to have been really bad over there. And there was a thing I saw today, a big pile up in New Orleans on a highway or something. There was 250 cars all ran into each other. That is what I see in my head every time Lardy's behind the wheel of a car. Is that she's going to cause a massive pile-up and kill a load of people. But she doesn't care. She doesn't even wear glasses. And then she's like, oh, don't talk to me, I'm driving. Oh, yeah, so-and-so. What? We get in the car, my husband's phone goes in the glove box. That's it. It doesn't come out until the car's switched off again. How difficult is that? And if you're going to vlog, put it up over there, watch the road and just talk. You don't need to look at it. You don't need to do anything. It was really sad, Tammy. I don't know how many. They think they said 7 or whatever had died. And it's like, I just saw the picture and I was like, yep, that's what I picture every time I see Lardy. Really, James, you don't look old enough to have a 23-year-old daughter. Does he, anyone? How long have I been on here? Where are we? No idea. Hour and 15. Ah, I've only got 20 watching now. Them two must have buggered off. They all had the same name. Did anyone notice? AB 11 and 12 and 13 and whoever. Where's the thing gone? I've lost the chat. Hang on. Pop it out. Right. Put you over there. Why is it, right, when your son does something, it works, and then you click the same bloody buttons and it doesn't? And why does it keep going to top chat and not live chat? Oh, cool. And that's the thing, you can chat away and nobody knows you're doing anything, James. Do you reckon it was? Ashley? Is Tammy going? Why are you saying goodbye? Now I'm lost. Doesn't take a lot. They were only on since March. It's like any time I get a message and I click on it to see, it's always no picture, no thing. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I'd much rather have a conversation with a person. I think she is fighting with the voices in her head. And it's all that mumbling she does as well. God, that's so annoying. Like she isn't on the thing. And why does she do lives when she hates people? It so obviously winds her up. She can't cope with it. Why do it? Gatekeeper of the altars. That's funny. I bet there's other people tomorrow. They'll go, oh no, did you go live? I feel bad doing it on this channel, but like I said at the start, I want to make up my watch hours and see if I can get this channel going as well. You'd never think I had it 18 years, would you? or however long. I've had this channel as long as Lisa's had hers, and everyone's always saying, oh, she's shit, she's only got 100 and whatever thousands. And it's like, I've only got 890 something. Don't knock it. It's not that easy. You have to catch a wave or get a shout out from someone who's bigger, or yeah, when she's high on sugar or something else. Oh, sod that, Jane. I'd have made him stop the car and I'd get out. Yeah, she's too good for the bus, isn't she? You didn't this time, Shan, and now you know that you're not missing anything when you miss it. Yeah, did you notice did she ever say she was a victim until she heard me on the Gossip Bakery say my mother was a narc and what happened to me as a child? I never heard her say anything wrong about Carol until then, and then all of a sudden, can you not? Oh, that's good. So everybody has to walk or take the bus. Good. It's getting like that in London, isn't it, now, with their, what are they called? Velux cameras or something? What are they? And then there's vigilante groups going around with sweeping brushes and whatever, knocking them down. Wow. Yeah, see, that's like London. There's nowhere to park. It's pointless having a car in London. Just take the tube. See, that's the thing. It was like Lardy had never heard of a bus. Do you know what I mean? And like I was saying in the videos, her apartments where she was, the bus stop was outside the gate. She didn't even have to go that far. Walk out the gate on a bus to where she was, back, dropped out the other side, and had to have the Essence car that smells like garbage. Whatever. Why do they get away with it though, Ashley? Do you not have any traffic police? Aren't there rules? She liked the clicky clacky noise, James. Hi, Raven. How you doing? Yeah, I'd be on the bus. No, actually, I'd walk far away from a road if I lived there. It's scary. I watch so many of these young kids vlogging as well, and they're exactly the same. It's like they've forgotten they're in a car. There's a problem, isn't there, with overdoses at the moment. I watched that thing on Netflix. What was it called? Can't remember what it was called, but it was about the people that made OxyContin. So sad. No. She'd never get up the step. Do you have double deckers, James, or are they just one thing? See, that's the story of Lardy's life, Shan. There were rules, just very few consequences. Yeah. That's what I've said to Jed. Kids today, they don't even know what the word consequence means. Because that's it. Nobody says to them, do that and this'll happen. No one knows anymore. They don't care. Oh, thank you, Raven. Well, they should, Bonnie, because it's wrong. They could kill somebody. And licking her fingers to turn pages on stuff. Shootings and carjackings. There's somebody, I subbed to them the other day. I haven't watched anything yet, and I think they're in the UK. And they go round London on a bike with a GoPro on their head, and they film people on the phone and give it to the police. And they all get points and fines. Someone should be doing that in America. That's horrible, Bonnie. It's like they don't care. Yeah, she wouldn't want to pay for it though, would she, James? It's wrong, isn't it, Ashley? I'm of the what's the saying? Whatever. I'm of a time where, when I was in school, our teacher used to wang the blackboard rubber at us. Sorry. Well, they're green boards now, aren't they? Chalkboard. And you know how you rub the chalk? It was a big wooden thing, and he used to wang it across the room at your head. Oh yeah, she's got about 9 million channels going, Bonnie. She's on TikTok. She's got about 5 YouTube channels. She's at YouTube party. She's been invited all over the place. She's got earning a fortune, apparently. Sat in a bath full of money, going on about something or another. Yeah, neither is Lardy or Lisa. They're all in the same boat. You look, they're all exactly the same. Not yet, Raven, no. So does Lardy, James. You go and listen to her for a bit and listen to what she says, and it's exactly the same as Lardy used to say. And the minute they get upset about something, their go-to is, what do you want me to do? Kill myself. They both say it. It's like, do they learn it at narc school or something? Can you imagine? I wouldn't want her anywhere near me waxing anything. He was in a thing. Ashley was in an advert for Alka-Seltzer or something. Can't remember what it was, but I thought that was amazing considering he'd only been doing acting 3 seconds. It's a fair play to him. Doing ballet at night. I know, plie. I was a ballerina. Yeah. Okay. I was a soprano opera star. Actually, I can sing higher than a soprano opera star, but that's another story. It's when she sits there and cries and says, I was supposed to be something special. Yeah, well, have you not figured out by 60 it's not happening, and just get on with it now? Well, she was threatening the things, wasn't she? Hi, Coco. What are they called? Braids. It wasn't braids, it was... What was it? What are they called? Where you don't wash your hair and it automatically goes into them. Yeah, with a size 10 body. That would be so funny, wouldn't it? In a tutu dancing. Who's that? I know, Shan, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Ballerina. Had she said, I did ballet lessons until whenever, fair enough, but it's the, I was a ballerina. Dreads, that's it. Thank you, Shan. Head's empty tonight. Thank you, Bonnie. I'll have a whole load of you now. Dreads, 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 dreads. Yeah, wasn't she threatening dreads at one point? And that never materialised, or she bought them and tried them and realised she looked stupid. Run. What time is it with everybody? I find it fascinating that we're all at different times. It makes no sense to me. I mean, I know we have to be at different times because of the way the sun works and whatever, but wouldn't it make life easier if we all were at the same time? It's just gone 12 midnight here. No, I haven't. What I do, Coco, is I don't watch her videos until I'm going to do a video. 7 o'clock. Wow. 6. 4. Wow. I'm glad you caught me then, Bonnie. Yeah, I don't watch them. I put them on because if I've already watched them, then it's not my true reaction. So what bag did she want? I saw the Jimmy Choo shoes on her Instagram. Is this the one she's just put up about her like to know it thing? 7. 4. So you and Raven and Bonnie are in the same time zone. And Ashley and TR. And then Shan, you're all on your own and so am I. What bag did she want? I don't get her. She shops all the time. All the time. And then she knew the Like to Know It conference was coming up. She knew she was going. She'd been there before. She knew what happened. She could have been packing months in advance. But no, she waits till the last minute. Then fucking has a conniption or whatever. Doesn't know what to bring. Throws a load of crap in there. And then buys stuff when she gets there. I don't get it. Oh, isn't that terrible, Coco? Don't you feel sorry for her? I bet it ruined the vibe. That clip I've got of her with those sunglasses. It's just so sad. You know that's the face she pulls at John. Oh, oh, can you do it? Because I'm stupid. You're in the middle. I just think it's so weird that America's that big that different bits have different time zones. I was never into bags or shoes. Then I saw Kathy Van Zeeland's bags on QVC. This was years ago, right when I first started my YouTube channel. I've actually got a video on here of my Kathy Van Zeeland collection. And I bought a few of them. I thought they were beautiful. I'm lost, Jane. Descant. What's decant? I know, I'm sick of that. I'm sick of the vibe. I'm sick. Somebody else said the same the other day as well. Butterscotch, summertime, and sweater weather. It's like, can we not? As well as Brooks, my 23-year-old daughter. Can we bin that off as well? And can she please wash the fucking clothes before she wears them? That's manky. No, because she's stupid and she's not to be let loose with a knife or a fucking scissors. Do you remember? Here's a time, right? I remember she went and she visited Sheila Fajal, whatever her name is. And they went somewhere and they had flatbread with ham on and leaves or something. And the cool girl, yes. 6 times. That's madness, Shan. So she came back and she was raving about this thing and she wanted to cook it for the family. So, because she wanted to do that, she had to go out to Thingy and Sonoma, whatever they're called, and buy new plates, a new chopping board, new knives, a whole thing just to cook this flatbread. Then she was showing the knife and she was about to open the box and she was like, oh, I better get John to do it in case I cut myself. Should you be in a little white jacket in the corner and let John do the cooking just in case? It's like the picture she put up the other week where she'd set fire to the tassels on the arm of her robe, trying to make eggs. Has she ever been learn to do anything? So anyway, she decided to cook this thing. It took hours for her to prepare it, and then when she did, John didn't like it, so she went fucking apeshit. Then I'm never cooking again. Yeah, it wasn't even a pizza, Bonnie. It was just like a flatbread with some ham on and salad, and that was it. But she had to go out and buy every utensil known to man just to do that, when it was all, there was stuff in her house already. And she timed it, and people saw the timer, and I think someone said it took 3 hours for her fuck assing about to make this thing, and John hated it. Mind you, so did Will. It was only Brooke, her 23-year-old steamer daughter, that liked it. But I mean, that's why it's like people can't see. When she didn't want to cook, they all went out to eat every night. Now she's carnivore. Nobody goes out to eat. It's Lisa's way or the highway. Yeah, she'll never look like a homemaker. And it's like I said, you know, pardon me. When she first had Brooke, what did I miss, Coco? Hi, Peg. What was I saying? Yeah, when she first had Brooke, she cleaned her mum's home, and they didn't even have a dishwasher. I don't even know what one looks like. Anyway. So her mum paid her $50 to do some cleaning. Then John had give her another $50. Then she'd get all gussied up with Brooke and go to the mall and spend the $100 on herself, come home and show John what she bought. How many, hands up, how many new mothers had £100 or dollars a week to spend on themselves? And if they had a spare $100, would they? Same here, Jane. Exactly the same. There was a TSV on QVC. It was like a little bucket one with thingy handles, and it had dingle dangles on and whatever. It's gorgeous. I love it, but it's so heavy. She taught us to boil eggs, yeah, like we didn't know already. So the only thing now is when I used to go out on my scooter, I could have it on my lap, or I could put it in the basket on the front. So I got to use them, but I didn't actually have to carry them. But I have got one, and it's crossbody, and it's really nice, and I've never got it out for ages. Exactly. Diapers, fucking milk, whatever, clothes. You wouldn't spend it on yourself as a brand new mum. I remember I was saying to somebody else, when Travis was little and Butlin shut down for the winter, Jed and I used to have a tin of mystery soup. We call it fucking mystery mounds, from Quick Save, and it had a white label with black writing on, and it was the cheapest of the cheap you could get at Quick Save at the time, and it was like a vegetable soup, and the peas were like bullets, and we used to have one tin of that between us and a few slices of toast, and that was that. So Travis got everything he needed, while she was fucking tipping around the mall buying a load of lip gloss and shite. It was, wasn't it? Totally hilarious, doesn't it? Oh, is that what it is? I didn't know what it was called. I went for singing lessons once because I wanted to find out if I could actually sing. And the woman I went to was a professional soprano singer. And she had me do scales while she played the piano. And she had a cat sat on top. And I thought, I'll soon know, because a cat will do one if I'm that bad. Anyway, so we were doing that, and then she stopped all of a sudden. I said, what's wrong? And she said, you don't need singing lessons. She said, you can sing higher than me, and I'm soprano. She said, just practice your breathing. And she wouldn't let me pay for lessons. Exactly. That's what you do. You save for... That's what I was doing, saving for my child, but I'm all wrong, apparently. Exactly, of course you would, T. Ah, sweet, Shan. Where did he go? What places did he get to visit? Madam wants to see Ireland because my heritage is Irish, and it's like I'm really tempted to like see when Jed's having a good week and just book a ticket on the ferry and hire a car the other end and tootle about. No, Coco, I don't want to fucking deafen you all. Make you all run away and never come back. I keep meaning to do... I was going to do some proper singing videos on my channel, but every time I've tried with any type of music, I get a copyright strike, so I don't know how you do that. Because people do sing. I know a lot sing their own stuff, but a lot sing other people's stuff. So how do they get away with not getting a copyright strike? I did some stupid singing on my Exposed channel about Tay-Tay and a wrench, and I sang I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. Maybe one day I'll do some singing. What was I? That's what makes me feel alive. Because I was saying I had no memory left on the computer, and Travis said, this thing shows what takes up the most memory. So he put it in, looked at it, and he went, you've got X amount of bits, whatever, of music. And I was like, oh, all right. So I started going through it, trying to tidy it up and see if there was anything I could get rid of. And then I just started singing stuff, and it really lifts my mood. If I'm ever in a bad mood, I go in the shower, I put a thing on, a walking thing. Oh, what do you call them? God, I love Fibro, haven't you? A thing. Speaker. God, help me. I put that on full blast and I sing in the shower, and I feel much better afterwards. Wasn't it though, Peg? Oh, you make this and you'll be the star of the show. This is an old family recipe that was handed down, and I make it all the time. That's why I'm reading how to make it, because I've made it so many times I can't remember it. And then I had so many people tell me that's a staple in America. Loads of people do that. That's the thing you give your child to make for Christmas. Yeah, I tried in the style of Ashley, and I got binged for it. Which was, Bonnie? I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas, or the Tay-Tay and her magic wrench? Yeah, it was me. Thank you. Are you off, Raven? See you later. Thanks for popping in. Take care. You love Dinah, yeah. Cool. Bye, Coco. Take care. Wow. I remember Travis went on a school trip. Where did they go? God, I can't remember. He sent me a postcard, and he's allergic to writing. So that, for a start, was amazing. It was like, oh my God, he sent a postcard. They must have tied him to the chair and whipped him and made him write it. And then he got off the coach and he ran over and he grabbed hold of me so tight and he went, I never want to go away again. It's like, oh, bless Wales. That was it. They went. Thank you, Bonnie. I want to visit Scotland too. Every time I watch Shetland, I'm here Googling houses in Shetland. And everyone's like, oh, it's remote and it's cold and it's this and it's that. And it's like, who cares? If you're inside with a real fire going, who cares if it's lashing it down outside? Yeah, there's something about Ireland. Thank you, Bonnie. Thanks for coming and thanks for staying for so long. I will see you soon, no doubt. And I'm going to start doing wildflowers soon, so you can look out for that. Yeah, we should all go. We should have an exposed trip to Ireland. Tell you what, as well, if you're ever coming over to visit Scotland, you need to visit Wales as well. Where I lived in Wales was absolutely beautiful. I kick myself every day for moving. I really do. they do a thing over here. It's called the postcode lottery, and you buy a ticket. And if your postcode comes up, everyone in the postcode that's bought a ticket, cool, see you later, Bonnie. Everyone who's bought a ticket in the same postcode gets a share. And like, they have adverts where they come and knock on the door and everyone's screeching and jumping up and down. I said to Jed, if they came here and we'd won 300,000 or whatever, and they're like, oh, what are you going to do with it? Move. Fuck this postcode. I hate it. Yeah, because you worry, don't you, Shan? Even if it's like a school trip or an arranged thing, you still want to hear from them and make sure that they're okay. Pardon me. Oh, wow. I met my dad for the first time when I was 19 in Dublin. And I can't remember, we met at a hotel. And I had a little bit of a picture that had been cut out of a card because he was a musician. And back in the day, he was in an Irish show band called the King's Show Band. And they gave out postcards and used to sign them and whatever. So my mum had cut him out of this thing. And so when I went to see him, I'm looking at this card. There was nobody that looked remotely like him. And then the next thing, I phoned the woman I was staying with and I said, I think I need to come back because I can't see him anywhere. And then this bloke stood up and started walking towards me. And I was like, I think he's here. And she went, has he just walked in? I said, no, he was here all the time. And what had happened was he was driving and a bull hit the car, went through the windscreen, squished his nose. And he looked nothing like he did in the picture. But he's a jazz musician now. Or he was. He has been for donkey's years. But I met him for the first time when I was 19. And I remember him taking me out. And I saw the tarp with the car on the main road. And then he took me to a Chinese. And I remember being blown away that Ireland had a Chinese takeaway. And it's like, why wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? And then another day I was there and I was walking about. And there was a bloke on the bridge selling pins and badges and stuff. And a black lad. And I said to him, how much is that? And he said, whatever. And he had the thickest Dublin accent. And it was so cute coming out of this black face. It was really sweet. But yeah, there's so many places to visit. I'd often thought of going back to where my mum grew up. Because I want to see, not because my mum was there, but it was my grand's home. So I'd like to see there. But I've been around a few places as a kid when we used to go over on holiday. Anybody got anything to say? Tell you what's good, it's having proper Guinness in Ireland as well. I can't drink it on its own. I have to have a bit of blackcurrant in it. But there's just... So does Wales, Jane. I used to say it's a wonder I didn't grow 6 foot. I got watered every day. That's the only thing, isn't it? The rain. Do love Ireland, though. But if I had the money, I would move back to Wales in a second. I wouldn't think twice about it. Shan, did he leave any or did he eat it all? Does he want to share? Sounded so nice. Did you hear what she was cooking, Jane? Sounded lovely. But yeah, Scotland, Wales, Ireland. I mean, where I'm living now, everybody says it's beautiful. I'm in Yorkshire, so parts of Yorkshire are really nice, but where I am, it's like living in the 1800s, and I don't get to see anything nice. Oh, leave it. Get the tidying up fairy to do it. Night night tea, take care. That's right, well I'm claiming it then, Shan, it's mine. Thank you, Peg. That's the point, see? They're supposed to be funny, apart from when I get wound up with her. But it's just me reacting to what they're doing. I don't see why the people that really like them find them so offensive, because they came on and said I'm offensive. But they won't tell me what I've said that's offensive. And then they come on the chat and say, oh, you're all just haters. What are we saying? That we don't like her trousers, or we don't like an oversized blazer? How is that wrong? Are you not allowed an opinion? I'm going to have to put the thing on for a minute. It's so hot. Make sure it's not... Oh, you can't hear that, can you? Oh, you can. If I stay like that, you can't. I'm going to move this up a bit. I don't think you can hear the fan now. Thank you, Shand. Well, that's the thing, Peg. That's the way I see it. No, they can't answer me. That's the point. Because, like, if I was criticising her looks and being nasty for the sake of nasty, I could totally understand people who like to come in here and saying, leave her alone. All I'm laughing at is her 10 million pairs of shoes, and there's proof, right? She's just bought another pair of them thingamabob rock stud shoes. She had them in every colour and she threw them out. Got rid of them, sold them, gave them away, whatever, and now she's buying them again. Where's the sense in that? It's like people that do makeup declutters. I totally get it when they're throwing out stuff that's gone off or smells or whatever, but they're like, oh, you can't buy that now, so I'm binning it. So you can still use it. You're not on the you're not making videos 7 days a week, are you? Use it when you're not making videos. Why are you throwing it away? No, I don't, Jane. I met him once when I was 19. And then I met him again when he did Cork Jazz Festival. I was over there on holiday with my mum, and we went, and he was playing somewhere. And he was there with his wife, and he was in the changing rooms or whatever, and I was chatting to his wife. And I'd met one of his kids who'd been doing a gap year or whatever in London, and I was talking to his wife about them getting contact lenses. I said they'd look really cute, because I said they were like me with jam jar bottom glasses, and this nosy neighbour came up, and you just knew that she was nosing, trying to figure out who I was, and she was like, oh, do you know him then? And his wife was shaking, and I'm sure she was terrified I was going to say who I was, and I was like, yeah, I met him, I lived up the road from him when he was in London. And she was like, oh, right. And his wife just sort of winked and said thank you. And it's like, no, your husband's the twat, not you. I'm not throwing you under the bus. You did nothing wrong. When I met him when I was 19, do you know what he said to me? He only married her because she was pregnant. And my mum was pregnant at the same time. So there's a couple of months between me and his eldest, and they hate me with a passion. And it's like, I didn't do anything. Speak to your dad. So I met him then, and that was that. I was supposed to go back the next day to meet the rest of them. No, was that another time? Anyway, ignore me. And then he came over to London, was at my uncle's club, and I phoned my mum up to ask her could I take one of her sleeping tablets, because there was people across the road making a hell of a noise. I couldn't get to sleep and I had a job interview. And she was like, oh, I suppose I better tell you, he's here. And I was like, what? So he came on the phone. I was like, oh, right, when did you get over? 2 weeks ago. Oh, when are you going home? Tomorrow. Oh, right, and you were going to contact me at what point? Oh, here's Mari, talk to her. So he puts his wife on the phone, and I said, he's trying to get out of trouble, isn't he? I said, I'm done, I can't be bothered. So I've spoken to him 3 times in my entire life. Waste of space, total waste of space. I was at the back of the queue when they were handing out parents. I've got videos of him playing. Hang on, I could show that now. I have to give him that. He's an amazing musician. Hang on, let me do it on another one. I'm scared if I do it on there, then I'll lose myself. It normally pops up first. Where is it? Oh, isn't it always the way when you're looking for something, it's never there? Why is that? Right. Let me change my channel and go find my playlist. Where's the family one? Yeah, and then when we were talking, I said something to him about, because I decided, you know, at school when they say, do you want to play something? And I wanted to play the saxophone, but they didn't teach the saxophone at that point. And so I said, oh, okay then, I'll not bother. And they said, oh no, you can have the clarinet. And I said, oh, I hadn't thought of doing the clarinet. So I come home with a clarinet and my mum nearly passes out. And I'm like, what's up with you? And that's when I found out that's what he played, saxophone and clarinet, and I knew nothing about him at that point. So, where has that gone now? Pop the chat out. Lost it again. Right. Oh. Make me smaller. He's that hairy one at the front. The one with the clarinet, obviously. I'll just play a little bit, because not everyone likes jazz, do they? I've got it on double. I watch everything on double. That's enough of that. So there's the father. And I look like him, so she hates it. Not my fault, is it? I've got his looks. Right, now I have to find the chat again, because it's gone missing. Where are you, Jane? Oh, cool. I'll see you, Peg. I do. I love jazz, and I didn't know why, but it's obviously in the blood, isn't it? That's really interesting. Do you know much about your biological parents, Jane? Girl I watch, Missa, she was adopted as well, and she started telling her life story, and it was so interesting. And then she put the rest on a members only thing, so I didn't get to hear the rest of it. But she got adopted by a vicar and his wife, and I think there's 6 of them they adopted. They sounded like amazing people. There's the link. I'll put, if I can put the link on there, and then if anybody wants to go and watch him, they can. See, that's how I ended up with my channel name at the beginning, because I saw a video with him on and I wanted to put a sarky comment on it, and you had to have an account, and I didn't at the time, so it said make an account, and it's like, what do you want your account name to be? So I called myself Barry's daughter, so everyone used to call me Barry's for ages. That's the link to that one if anybody wants to go and watch all of it. But yeah, he's an amazing musician. I can't take that away from him, but he's an arse. His wife died, I'm not sure now, a few years back now. And it's like, I don't know how she put up with him, because he was a travelling musician, and you just know he had a woman everywhere. And I often thought, you know, that 23andMe or whatever, them DNA things, and then you could do them and then they tell you if you've got family anywhere near. And I've said to Jed, I keep threatening to do one of them, and it'll probably end up that I've got 10 million brothers and sisters dotted about all over the place, because I very much doubt I'm the only one. And out of the children that he has at home, he's got 3 boys and a girl, and when I met him he said I was the only one that had taken up music. None of the rest of them were interested. So he gave my mummy's phone number. Right, here's a story, and she's told me this, and it's like, oh, you're lovely, aren't you? She said she rang him up because maybe I should try talking to him. There's no point now, Shan. Yeah, she rang him up and said she wanted an abortion, but she couldn't afford it, and could he send her some money? And he said, what do you want me to do? I'm married. What, to get adopted? That would be cool. It's like everything. I listen to other people and they're like, oh, my mum does this, and my dad, he's, you know, I'm his princess, and this, that and the other. And it's like, wow, I have no idea what it's like to have a parent, never mind 2, that actually gives a shit about you. Yeah, well, the whole family's musical, really, Jane. My mum sings, and then both my uncles play accordion and drums and other things. My Uncle Joe, I've got a full CD of his up on this channel. Yeah, they were all musical, so I was going to get it from one or the other. Jed got me a pink tenor sax for my 40th. I can't pick it up now, so it's just sat in its box. It's sad, really. The 23andMe, yeah. I should do it though, shouldn't I? Just to see. But I wouldn't it wouldn't at all surprise me, because show bands back in the day, well, I'm saying back in the day, they're still tootling about, aren't they? They have women in every, it's like sailors have women in every port. They have a woman in every nightclub. So do you know any of the old show bands, Jane? And what I think now, I was going to say something and I can't. Ignore me. I remember when I was younger, because somebody found out he had a shop as well, a musical shop. And I remember thinking, right, one of these days I'm buying a ticket to Ireland, I'm walking in and I'm picking up a saxophone and a clarinet and I'm walking out with it. And when he tries to stop me, I'll say, take that out of the back, child maintenance you owe. Oh. Why wouldn't she say? Now there's a story. That would intrigue me. Have they all taken you in, all her side of the family? Is it like a happy reunion? The lad that I met in London, he was lovely. He wanted to be my friend and whatever, but the elder brother didn't like me. And then there's one I met on Facebook, and he was in the Irish version of the SAS, and he's a bodyguard now and runs a big company for bodyguards and what have you. And it's like, but I have nothing to do with them. Do you know what I mean? They know nothing about me. I know nothing about them. It's quite sad, really. Oh wow! I bet she saw some famous people then in her time there. Everyone goes to the Priory, don't they? People with money. See, now I'll be wondering why she wouldn't tell you who your dad was. But if you did one of them 23andMe things, you'd probably find out, wouldn't you? That might be worth doing. I keep threatening it. I might do it one of these days. It's just that, you know, if it turns out that there are 105 of us and that they all want to meet up, then I'm not going to go, and they're going to be like, well, what's the point in you getting in touch in the first place? Maybe when he passes, if I'm still around, I might do it then. I always felt sorry for his wife. She was a lovely woman. And it's like... And then my mum was sat there giving her daggers, and it's like, oi! You're the bit of skirt that he went off with. That's the one he married. Fucking show some respect. But no. And did she learn? No. I think everyone she went out with was married. Is that annoying? Ah. If I keep my hand there, it's not as loud. Right, where are we now? 1:45. I'm going to have to get off in a bit. Annoy Jed for a coffee. So other than Lardy and Lisa, what other videos would you like to see? I'm trying to think of something to put on this channel. I put the odd gaming bit up that I'm doing, and I was doing fibro videos, but no one ever watched. Which show band, Jane? He was in the King's show band. And the picture my mum gave me of him is this dorky thin little thing with glasses on. And when I saw him, it was this big hulking hairy lump of a thing with a squashed nose and no glasses. Oh, he did have his glasses on. But he looked nothing like the picture she'd given me. Yeah, I did fibro videos, and like hardly anyone bothered watching them. So when I took over Exposed, I sort of let this go and didn't bother doing anything. But if I can get this one monetized as well, it'd be something, wouldn't it? But I don't know what to put on here. I said to Bonnie I'm going to replay a game I played called Wildflowers. It's really cool. I was going to say that, Jane, but I didn't want to. That's why she didn't want to say anything. Yeah, all I watch is crime, Shan. I love a good crime video. See, I'd love to be able to do that, but I haven't got the attention span to be able to research and do all of it. I couldn't. I can read. If somebody wrote something for me, I can read it. I'm fine reading, but I can't hold much information for long. And it's like I'd have to write a script, and no, leave it to the professionals. There's some really good people out there doing crime. They don't need me. It's talking of Catholic priests. It's all them people that lost their babies at the Magdalene. Is it Magdalene washeries or what was it? Cleaneries, whatever. All those young girls that made give their children up, and then all the ones that died and were buried in a lump in the back garden type thing. It's like so many fucking things went on in Ireland and just got covered up. So wrong. So many people were hurt. It's like my gran prayed. She did fucking, is it decades? Anyway, she did the rosary constantly. All day, every day. And all she did was suffer her entire life. She had heart problems, she had arthritis, she had all sorts of things. And she was in constant pain, in and out of hospital, having bits taken out and turned around and what have you. And she never lost her faith. And then you hear stories of what the priests were really doing, and it's like, what? My uncle had a carvery called the Thatch in Highbury Corner, and I was there one night with my friend Veronica, and I had this black like velour velvety type dress, fishnet tights and high heeled shoes. And I went up to the bar to get a drink, and this voice went, "Oh, I'd know those legs anywhere." And I turned around, it was our parish priest, and it was like, "No, that's not right. And you've never seen my legs before. Go away, you weirdo." That's the thing, isn't it, Shan? If you get a shout out from somebody or whatever, you're off. I might have a look for him, thank you. Ah, right, yeah, I've heard of them, Jane. I remember growing up and Joe Dolan used to come over to play at the club, and there was a big hoot. Everyone used to get all excited for Joe Dolan coming. And at the time I was like, what are we getting excited about? Who's he? And then I got to know him, and we were really good friends, and then I'd go and see them whenever they were playing. And I never really knew until he died how big he actually was. And I get people from all over the world coming onto the videos I've put up of him, saying how much they love Joe and all the rest of it, and it's like, wow. Him, Philomena Begley, fucking Daniel O'Donnell, we had them all. I watch with crime. Okay, Jane, yeah, please. I watch. Do you watch Stephanie Harlow, Shan? I watch Stephanie Harlow. I watch Crime Weekly with her and Derek Levasseur. Then I watch Derek Levasseur's Detective Perspective. Hi, I love Los Angeles. Right. Then Jane said there's a good one called Irish Coffee. I haven't started watching them yet. Then there's that girl and her husband that does the Mile Higher thing. They did a really in-depth conversation with Delaney J. God, what's his surname? That young black lad that disappeared and then turned up. He'd been found in water, and they said he killed himself. Yeah, no, he didn't. But anywho, Laundries. That's it, Jane. Thank you. They're good together, aren't they? I don't get when people have a go at Steph and say she's horrible to him. Do they not get banter? They just buzz off each other. I think it's fun. I love them. But he's doing his detective perspective now. He's doing his own thing on his own channel. So I watch that as well. Then, like I said, there's the Mile Higher thing. Who else? That chapter, that Irish lad. He's good. I love watching him. So by the time I've caught up with them, and then the two beauty people that I watch, I don't have time for much else. Day, that's it. Was he local to you, Sha? That was just so... That breaks my heart every time I think of it. Kendall and Josh, that's them. Did you watch the episode with Jelani's mum? Sorry. My heart broke listening to her talk. Isn't it just, Jane? It's... And rather than getting it out, talking about it, sorting it out and doing something, they shove it all under the carpet, don't they? My mum was great at doing that. And then all us lot were brought up being told, be seen and not heard, and you were shoved out of conversations and you never knew what was going on, and now half of them are dead and you don't know who's who and what's going on. It is annoying though, isn't it, Shan? I don't think he committed suicide. That lad was murdered. Fucking clear as day he was murdered. And why? Why is it always... I saw another story the other day. Same thing. Black lad. Big in the church. Doing well at school. Blah, 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 blah. Why is it always them they pick off? Why? It's always the good ones. He was going to be a beautiful doctor. Annie Elise. I've not heard of her. Is she crime as well? Some, you know, there's some, and I've seen some channels, and you turn them on and they start talking, and I'm like, no. Even if I want to hear the story, I'm sure it's the same for everybody else. If someone's got a really irritating voice, you're not going to listen. No, I don't know them either. I'm going to have to start taking notes, aren't I? If I keep the chat. Hi, Meredith. I love your avatar. I love the one eye thing. It's like, she's just peeping in. No, he didn't commit suicide. And it's like the police don't care. They're not interested. And that's what's so sad. And like she said, he went missing around the same time as... Here we go. Oh, man alive. What's her name? Yeah, see, if I don't like the voice, I can't listen. Dang nabbit, what was that? Gabby. He went missing the same time as Gabby, but who got splashed all over the papers? Gabby. No mention of him. It's just wrong. It's totally wrong. Do you like an Irish accent? Accent, because if you do, you'll love that chapter. He's cute. There's one I listen to occasionally, and he's got a really unusual voice, and I can't think of his name. Well, I love a good crime channel though. I look at what Stephanie's doing and I think, how does she fit it all in? She does her coffee and crime thing, then she does Crime Weekly, then she's got the kids to look after and a house to run, and she's acting and doing other stuff, and it's like, how are you doing all of that? Well, you're going to list off a whole load for me now. I'm going to have to write them down. Oh, I know what I'll do. I will take a photo of the screen. So then, I'll have it on here to look at in a bit, and I can find them. I love that heart. Are you on your phone, Meredith? I never have cute emojis to send, because I'm on the computer. Hang on, there's an emoji thing here. I bet they don't have cute ones like that. Oh, they do! That's where it was. Cool! Not that I go on anybody's live, but wish I'd known that before. Oh, you watch him? He's cool, isn't he? I like him. Let's give it a go. Is that all you watch then, Shan? Crime? How do I get rid of it now? I've got it. Help. So it's made the page go smaller. Oh, there it is. I only watch those, and then there's a girl I watch that does like a quick thing, and she's got is it southern? It's like a country accent, and she was in prison before. She's really nice. I like her. It's addictive though, isn't it? And then do you go and see if the other people you watch are doing the same story as the one you've watched somewhere else to compare what they think? I've done that before. But I really not enjoyed, but enjoyed's not the right word, but that in-depth thing with Kendall and Jelani's mum, that was, and her brother, his brother having to go and view him. God. Brave lad. Oh, I'm honoured, Shan, that I'm the odd one out. I fit in amongst all these crime legends. Thank you for taking the time to watch me. Right, I'm going to give it 10 more minutes and to give everyone a chance to say anything that they want to say and all the rest of it, because I'm not keeping you all night on here. My throat's about to collapse and I need a coffee. And the loo. How does Lardy do 9 hours at a time and not need the loo? And then she has IC. Yeah, of course you do. I was going through a phase of that, and I call it the Spice Girls. What is my favourite food? What, if I just had to eat one thing? That's a hard one. If I had a type of food, it'd be Chinese. I could live on Chinese. I love Chinese. But being Irish, I love a good stew or a roast chicken dinner. Yeah, I feel bad about it as well. But the thing is, right, the new thing that Derek's doing. Do you watch Derek Levasseur on his channel? He's doing cases now that haven't been solved to try and jog people's memories to see if they remember anything, to try and help solve the ones that aren't solved, which I think is really cool. And as an ex-policeman, he looks at it and he says what he thinks they did wrong and what they could have done and what still needs to happen. And it's really interesting listen to his point of view. I wish I could have seen Breaking Bad. It's not Breaking Bad, is it? What's it called? It was Breaking something, wasn't it, that he was in? I wanted to see that because it sounded really interesting, where he went and did cases that didn't have an answer. How about you, I Love Los Angeles? What would you eat? I love a good mashed potato. See, I miss stuff like that, not having to eat keto because of the diabetes. It's annoying. Isn't it, though? I love listening to him. He's cute. Oh, now, see, chocolate. There's a thing. It was, wasn't it? And I like the intro music as well. I said to him one day, not that it matters to anybody, but he liked it. But yeah, I do like he's picked the right intro music for it, because it's one of them that you can go doodle-doo to and there's a dink at the end. I love stuff like that. Maybe I should get an intro music thing to go over my 2 warnings. See, I'm happy now. Ever since I put that up warning, danger, chance of foul language, nobody's come in to say, we're always swearing. Yeah, well, you were warned. He looks too young to have done everything he's done, doesn't he, Sean? Do you know what I love listening to? It's been a while. I need to catch up on a load of crime weeklies. But I love his stories about Tenley, his daughter. She sounds like a right handful. What was he going on about the last time? Something about pretend blood or something? I don't know. And Stephanie's like, you can get that. And he was like, yeah, Tenley wanted to do it. And it's like, yeah, it's always Tenley. It's always how that's up to no good and gluing something to the floor or whatever. I'd say they are, Meredith. I know, married, ex-detective, done Big Brother. Is there anything he hasn't done? I haven't been in London for... Oh, it's easier to say when, isn't it? I haven't been in London since I was 29. And I'm 58 now. And things were expensive then, so I dread to think now. But there's deals to be had if you look out for vouchers and stuff. Like, search vouchers and deals for hotels and stuff. Plus, sometimes if you book later, you get a better deal. And then there's that one that Lenny Henry keeps advertising. They're like a group. And if you get hotels like that, they're a set price everywhere. What's the name of them? Premier Inn. Try and Google a Premier Inn and see how much they are. But everything's so expensive now, like theatre tickets and stuff like that. It's ridiculous. You'd probably be better off with a B&B. Do you know what I mean? If you could find someone that had a B&B near the centre and just tootle about on the tube, because it's the quickest way to get anywhere. And if you're just a little bit outside of the centre, you won't pay as much. Plus, they'll be able to tell you the best places to visit and whatever. What would you like to do if you went? The price of the airfare for a start, if you're coming from America, that's going to be a price and a half, isn't it? It's like us at one point when, before Jed broke his back, we were planning to go to Disney. And by the time you take in, you add in the flights there and the tickets for Disney and the tickets for this and that. Hi, Tanji. It gets to the point where you're like, really? I only want to go to an amusement park. I didn't realise it was going to cost me that much. Because they're doing a thing, if you text win to whatever for Big Brother, and they've got a thing on the end, if you get picked, you'll get a stay in a hotel and get to go to the eviction night and have a tour around the house and whatever. And it's like, yeah, that's great, but the price of getting from here to London... See, plus I couldn't travel on a train or a coach or whatever now. I'm too used to having like the car and being able to stop when I need to and have 9 million pillows so that I'm comfortable, and can't do that, can you, when you're going on a train or a thing? See, this is the thing, I need the fan on, but then I get a crick in my neck because it's blowing on me. How much is a Premier Inn? Shall we look it up? Help. Why is there 9 million chats and no actual... Where's the other thing? Oh, I'm lost. I can't do it now. Because I want to stay about 2 weeks and rent a car. Yeah, no, that'd scare me too, being the wrong way round. I totally get it. Tell him if you're just going to be in London and like you want to go and visit different places around, you're better off not having a car. You're better off just using the tube, because by the time you take into account congestion charges, and parking is a nightmare, trying to even find somewhere to park is a joke, and then it costs you a fortune, and if you're 2 seconds late you've got clampers that want, they hold you ransom till you pay them, so they'll unclamp your car. It's pointless having a car in London, absolutely pointless. If you're going to be out in the country, then yeah, great, I'd go for that, but we do look where we're going here, and most people aren't on the phone and showing you lip gloss out of their bag at the same time, so you should be okay, and they stick to speed limits. But yeah, if it's just to go in and around London to do the touristy things in London, I wouldn't bother with a car, because it's an added expense that you don't need. I mean, last time when I went to visit my mum, when was that? Travis was what? 4, maybe, and he's what, 20? It's about 24 years ago. And my mum still had her car, and she never used it. It was just parked outside of her flat. And like, we could have used it while we were there, but there was no point. It was quicker to jump on a tube and get to where you want to go. See, that's the thing. Most people use public transport. That's why I don't understand why Lardy couldn't get on a bloody bus. James uses the bus. It's not going to kill you, is it, to sit on a bus? Because that's what, if you don't want to use the tube, we have buses, and there's like the tourist buses with the open top thing, and you sit upstairs and you have someone talking to you and telling you what everything is and showing you all the sights. Plus there's the boats on the Thames. I used to work on a Thames boat. Ours was a disco boat, but on a weekday we used to do the driving up and down and showing them where all the different things were on the Thames and that, and the history of the Thames and whatever. They're a fun day out. Plus then there's the wheel. There's the London Eye. We actually went on that when we went to visit my mum. That was fun. But yeah, in and around London I wouldn't bother with a car. So see, now I've saved you some money. You can get get a better hotel now. But try looking at Premier Inn. And what's the other one? There's another one that's like a chain thing. It's orange. Didn't the bloke that did EasyJets, he did hotels as well, little tiny ones. But they're basically just for staying, like you go to a place, you sleep in it, you get up the next day and go somewhere else. You wouldn't want to have that as your base because they're too small. But the Premier Inn might be worth a try. I wonder if you get any money off if you go in and say Lenny sent me. He's been an amazing comedian for all his life and an actor, and he's done all sorts, and now he's known as the Premier Inn man. He says he walks down the road and people go, "You're that geezer off the advert, aren't you?" And it's like, yeah, I used to be somebody. Now I'm the Premier Inn man. Oh, hang on, I can do it on here, can't I? Boo. Keep forgetting I have this. Like we keep saying, me and Jed will be having a conversation and it'll be like, who was that? Blah, blah, blah. And we sit here trying to think of it, and then it's like, ugh, we have the power of Google. Kids today, they've got no clue, have they, how difficult it used to be with dictionaries and encyclopedias and shit. Hotels in England. Do they do hotels elsewhere? They have them in London. Bang, there's one slap bang in the middle. Covent Garden, Leicester Square, Westminster Bridge, they're all over the place. Blackfriars, Fleet Street. God, I remember driving up there. I used to work at my uncle's club, and we used to finish at, the club used to shut at 2, and by the time we'd cleaned up and washed the glasses and what have you, and then we'd go to the KFC, have something to eat, and then we'd drive home. And on a Sunday we used to drive up Fleet Street to get the next day's newspapers. So where's the prices? You'll not like our beds unless you're used to having a small one. See, that looks like a nice room. Where are we? Where's the prices? Double twin family accessible. It's got a restaurant. And there's a thing. They do a thing. If you didn't have a good night's sleep for a reason, say there's people in the room next door to you creating all holy hell or whatever, you can get your money back apparently. Air conditioning, whoop whoop, I'll go and stay there. Coffee machine, comfortable armchair, just what everyone wants. Iron and ironing board. Really, does anybody iron anymore? No, their 23-year-old daughters steam everything, don't they? Right, 2 adults, no children, no cot, double room. See how much that is. Why is it not giving me a price? Oh, there we go. Oh, what? Is that for one night? Maybe not then. £231 a night. Standard room's 182. What's that in your money? Will you stop? Go away. 182. Wow, that's $221.37 for one night. Bugger that. Why would anyone want to go anywhere, to visit fucking anywhere, when they make the prices so ridiculously high that nobody can afford it? Stupid. Right, people, I'm going to head off because I desperately need the loo now. And I want a coffee. But it's been great chatting to you all. Thank you all that came and stayed and chatted, and those who lurked and didn't, and even those that came and shouted at me. I appreciate you all. And I will see you in a video on Exposed soon, because I will do one tomorrow when I wake up. So it'll either be up tomorrow night or the next day. And then I'll catch up on all the Lisa ones I've missed, and then start in on Lardy. So hiya Susan, I was just going. It was a nice bed, wasn't it? I love Los Angeles, but the price wasn't so great. $237 or something for one night. It'd want to be a good bed for that price. Sorry, Susan, I am desperate for the loo and I need a coffee, so I'm heading off, but hopefully I will catch you in another one. Just got a notification now. That's great, isn't it? She went live 3 days ago. Whoops. I love that little dab thing. That's cute. Thank you, Shan. Good night, Jane. I know some people just don't know the rules, Meredith. It's quite sad. And then people stand there and shout stupid things at them when they're on guard and they can't answer back. It's really silly. Hi, Danny. I'm just going. Sorry. But thanks everybody that was here, and for those of you that have just arrived, I'm really sorry. I will do another live again. Now that I've figured out I can do it on my own without tech help. I will try and do them a lot more often. But I desperately need the loo. So thank you all for being here, and I'll catch you all soon.